My parents told me since you're divorced, you should let your sister and her family live in your house. It started with a threatening letter from my aunt's law firm. Not just any lawyer, my dad's own sister. The letter demanded I immediately let Nicole and her kids move into my home, provide them written lease terms at below market rent, and pay for any therapy the children might need. I called my aunt directly. She actually sounded friendly. Let's not make this ugly. It's just a misunderstanding. You let them move in, everything calms down. I asked her point blank, are you seriously trying to take my house? She chuckled. No one's trying to take anything, but Nicole deserves support, and frankly, you're not doing much with the space. That's when I lost it. I hung up and called my lawyer. He read the letter and paused. This is garbage intimidation, but they're poking around to see if you'll crack. But I wanted proof I wasn't crazy. So I started digging and found something that made me sick. My old friend Rachel works at my parents' bank. When I mentioned my last name, her voice dropped. Oh, I didn't realize you were the one they were talking about. She got quiet. Your dad was in here 3 weeks ago asking about property transfers between family members. He said you were planning to deed your house to your sister. I nearly dropped the phone. They weren't just guilt-tripping me. They were manufacturing consent, building a fake timeline where it looked like I'd agreed to give Nicole the house. I confronted my dad, showed up unannounced, and laid the letter on the table. He was baking like nothing was wrong. When I asked about the bank conversation, he didn't deny it. Well, we assumed you would. She has a family, you don't. And honestly, sweetheart, you've been so unstable lately, alone, a little lost. We thought maybe you just didn't know how to ask for help. I looked him dead in the eye. I'm not letting go of a damn thing and you're not getting my house. He shrugged with that same soft smile he used when I was a kid in trouble. Then you'll regret this. A week later, I came home to find my basement light on. The side door was unlocked. I called the sheriff and we found boxes labeled with Nicole's name, toys, clothes. They'd started moving in without telling me. No one was there, but the message was clear. The next morning, my mailbox was smashed and my tire slashed. That's when Rachel showed me the real bombshell, a photo of her consultation notes from the bank. Your dad wasn't alone. Nicole was there with a folder asking about quitclaim deeds. She had paperwork already prepared. They'd forged a deed transfer document and tried to file it. My heart dropped. But my lawyer contacted the county registrar and found their attempted filing had been flagged. My signature didn't match the one on file. But here's what they didn't know. 4 years ago, right after my divorce, I'd put the house in a living trust. That means any deed transfer would need trust documentation they couldn't forge. Their fake deed was completely worthless. We went on offense, filed fraud complaints against Nicole, my dad, and my aunt for professional misconduct. Within 2 weeks, we were in court. Nicole didn't show. My dad came in a suit with a briefcase, like it was a business meeting. The judge took one look at the documents. Sir, this is a clear attempt to interfere with property ownership. This is not a misunderstanding. This is fraud. He tried to interrupt, play the concerned father card, but the judge shut it down. You are not the homeowner. You have no legal standing here. When they finally showed up with that U-Haul, the sheriff was waiting with fraud charges. My dad's face went white as they read him his rights. Nicole started crying, claiming she was manipulated, but the bank records showed she'd initiated half the conversations. The house is still mine. The trust protection held up perfectly. My dad got probation and community service. Nicole had to pay restitution for the locksmith bills and property damage.